Most people in life chase motivation like a drug. They watch videos, read books, buy planners, hoping to find the secret to discipline, yet nothing changes. Meanwhile, in Japan, discipline isn't a mood, it's a way of life. It's not about motivation, it's about principles. Have you ever wondered why Japanese students clean their own schools? Why Japanese trains are never late? Why Japanese craftsmen spend decades mastering a single skill? Because their approach to discipline is different. And today, you're going to learn 7 rules that have shaped some of the most disciplined people in history. These aren't quick fixes. These aren't motivation hacks. These are timeless truths. And if you apply them, they will change your life forever. Our wrong approach to discipline has failed us. We've been taught that discipline comes from motivation, that we need to feel inspired to take action. But this approach has left us weak, inconsistent, and perpetually searching for the next dose of motivation. In Japan, they understand a fundamental truth. Discipline isn't about feeling good. It's about building character through consistent action regardless of how you feel. The Japanese have developed extraordinary discipline through principles like Kaizen, Ikigai, and Shugyo. These aren't just concepts. They're lived experiences that have created a culture where discipline is woven into the fabric of daily life. The average Japanese worker arrives 10 minutes early to work. Japanese trains run on time to the second. Japanese students clean their own schools without complaint. This isn't random. It's the result of deeply ingrained principles of discipline that begin in childhood. Rule 1. Kaizen, constant improvement. The first Japanese rule for unbreakable discipline is Kaizen, the commitment to constant, never-ending improvement. We're obsessed with dramatic transformations. We want to lose 30 pounds in 30 days or double our income overnight. But this mindset leads to burnout and failure. Kaizen teaches the opposite. Focus on getting 1% better each day. Instead of trying to meditate for an hour, start with 1 minute. Instead of writing a book, write 1 page. Instead of completely changing your diet, add 1 vegetable. This approach might seem slow, but it's mathematically powerful. Improving by just 1% daily means you'll be 37 times better after 1 year. Small, consistent improvements compound dramatically over time. Toyota used Kaizen to transform from a small company into the world's largest automaker. They didn't make radical changes. They encouraged every employee to suggest small improvements to their processes. These tiny changes, accumulated over decades, created massive results. The discipline lesson: don't rely on motivation for dramatic changes. Build unbreakable discipline through small, consistent daily improvements that compound over time. But for discipline to truly stick, you need something deeper, a reason to stay consistent. This is where Ikigai comes in. Rule 2. Ikigai, purpose-driven discipline. The second rule is Ikigai, finding your reason for being. Discipline without purpose is empty. It's like a train with powerful engines, but no destination. In Japan, they understand that true discipline flows from having a clear purpose, something that gives your life meaning. Ikigai is found at the intersection of 4 elements: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. When you find this intersection, discipline becomes natural because you're acting in alignment with your deepest values. In Okinawa, home to some of the world's longest living people, residents wake up each morning with a clear sense of purpose. They don't need external motivation because their actions are driven by something deeper. Don't try to force discipline without purpose. Find your ikigai, your reason for being, and let that purpose fuel your discipline naturally. But knowing your purpose isn't enough. You have to forge yourself through discipline and hardship. That's where Shugyo comes in. Rule 3. Shugyo, austere training. The third rule is Shugyo, the practice of austere training to build mental toughness. In Japan, disciples of martial arts, tea ceremony, and other disciplines undergo intensive training that deliberately pushes them beyond their comfort zones. A Zen monk might sit in meditation for hours in freezing temperatures. A sword master might practice the same cut 10,000 times. This isn't done for show. It's done to build mental fortitude. The Japanese understand that comfort is the enemy of growth. By voluntarily embracing discomfort, you build the mental strength to face any challenge. When I was struggling with discipline, I implemented my own form of Shugyo. I took an exercise challenge every morning for 21 days. The first week was miserable. But soon, I noticed something changing. Not just in my body and habits, but also in how I approached other challenges. I had strengthened my discipline muscle. Regularly push yourself beyond comfort. Seek out difficult challenges not just for the outcome, but for the mental strength they build. Your discipline will become unbreakable when comfort no longer controls your decisions. Once you master pushing through discomfort, you unlock gammon, the ability to endure hardships with dignity. Rule 4. Gammon, dignified endurance. The fourth rule is gammon, the art of dignified endurance in the face of the seemingly unbearable. In Japanese culture, there's profound respect for those who can endure hardship without complaint. This isn't about suffering silently. It's about maintaining composure and determination when facing challenges. After the devastating 2011 earthquake and tsunami, the world watched in awe as Japanese people waited patiently in line for water and supplies. No looting, no chaos, just dignified endurance. This wasn't coincidence. It was gammon in action. When challenges arise, don't complain or quit. Develop the capacity to endure difficulty with dignity. True discipline isn't tested when things are easy. It's forged in moments of adversity. Rather than asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" And how do you endure difficulty without breaking? By practicing shikata ga nai, the acceptance of what cannot be changed. Rule 5. Shikata ga nai, acceptance of fate. The fifth rule is shikata ga nai, the acceptance of what cannot be changed. We often waste enormous energy fighting against unchangeable circumstances. We rage against traffic jams, bad weather, or aging, things we cannot control. This drains the mental energy needed for discipline. The Japanese concept of shikata ga nai teaches us to accept what cannot be changed, allowing us to focus our energy on what we can control. It's not resignation. It's strategic acceptance that preserves our mental resources. Stop wasting energy fighting unchangeable circumstances. Accept what you cannot control, and channel that energy into what you can change. True discipline begins with recognizing the difference between what you can and cannot influence. And how do you keep refining your discipline? By embracing Hansei, relentless self-reflection. Rule 6. Hansei, relentless reflection. Hansei means the practice of relentless self-reflection. In Japanese businesses, even after successful projects, teams conduct Hansei meetings to discuss what could have been done better. This isn't negative thinking. It's the recognition that improvement requires honest self-evaluation. Without reflection, discipline becomes mechanical. You might take action consistently, but you won't understand why you succeed or fail. Hansei provides the awareness necessary for true growth. Each evening, practice Hansei by asking yourself, what did I do well today? What could I have done better? What will I improve tomorrow? This simple practice creates a feedback loop for continuous improvement. Don't just act, reflect. Examine your actions, successes, and failures without judgment. Use this awareness to refine your approach and deepen your discipline practice. This constant refinement leads to the final rule, Kodawari, the pursuit of excellence. Rule 7. Kodawari, uncompromising standards. The final rule is Kodawari, the pursuit of uncompromising standards. This is perhaps the most powerful Japanese principle for building discipline. Kodawari is the relentless attention to detail, the unwillingness to cut corners, the commitment to excellence in even the smallest tasks. Jiro Ono, the world's greatest sushi chef, embodies Kodawari. In his 90s, he still strives to improve his craft daily. He apprentices train for years just to learn how to properly cook rice. This isn't perfectionism. It's a deep respect for the process itself. Set uncompromising standards for yourself. Don't just check boxes. Pursue excellence in everything you do. When you develop Kodawari, discipline becomes a natural expression of your commitment to your own standards. Kaizen will get you started. Ikigai will give you a reason to keep going. Shugyo will push you past your limits. Gaman will give you strength when things get tough. Shikata Ganai will stop you from wasting energy on things you can't control. Hansei will make sure you keep improving. Kodawari will ensure you never settle for less. This is not motivation. This is a lifestyle. These 7 Japanese rules aren't just ideas. They are the foundation of every disciplined person you admire. While others waste time searching for motivation, you now have something far more powerful. A system that has built warriors, masters, and legends for centuries. The truth is, discipline isn't about feeling motivated. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about making tiny improvements that compound into greatness. Most people never escape the cycle of inconsistency, but you don't have to be like them. Right now, pick one of these rules and apply it for 21 days. No excuses, no waiting. Because discipline is built one action at a time, and the time will pass anyway. The only question is, who will you be at the end of it?